Now let's draw our title block. So from my paper, you can see a portion in my right hand side to the bottom. This is what we call a title block. Now, on how to make a title block, and to show us the dimensions of the title block, from this vertex here, you're gonna draw or measure 140 millimeters. 140 millimeters, that is from point A to point B. Just indicate it for clarity. So A to B, you're gonna measure 140 millimeters, and I've indicated it on my paper. You can just zoom it to at least have it in clarity. That is from here to here, that is 140, and from bottom line, which is initially our for the borderline, so we'll have another height, that is of 40 millimeters, and it's well indicated as that. Now, the title block simply gives us a space to indicate our credentials. That is, you can have maybe your name, the admission number, the class, the drawing number, the scale, and any other thing that you would feel that it should appear, basics of your drawing, what needs to appear. Now for my title block, I've divided it to 4 equal portions because I've given for identification, that is the name, admission number, the class, and the drawing number. So there are 4, and I'll have to divide the 40 millimeter in 4 equal portions. That's I'll have 10, 10, 10. That is 40 by 4. I'll have 10 equal divisions. Now in each and every division, I want to bring this out clear. I'm assuming this is my 10 millimeter division line. So this is a 10 millimeter. I'm just picking a portion. This is 10 millimeter. I need 6 millimeters for my printing. 6 millimeters for my printing. That means I'll have to so this means that from here I'm gonna have a 2 millimeter dimension, just 2 millimeters on top and bottom as that, to distinguish maybe the 2 lines. Remember, these 2 lines are bold and they are thick. I've drawn using HB, so I'm gonna measure 2 millimeters each. So this is my 2 millimeters and 2 millimeters. You can use your other pencil, it should be very light. That is your 3H. Make it as light as possible, but we're using 3H for all the constructions. Now the small division here is where we're going to do our printing, and that's why from my title block I'll have the name, and you can see that I have very faint lines in between, very faint lines. That's where you indicate your name. Let's say for this individual, I've named him drawing, so name, you indicate the name there, admission, the class, and remember you can add other credentials here depending on what needs to really appear. So in summary, we have done the laying out of the paper, which you can go to see, and I've used a masking tape. You've done the borderlines. Remember, you are using the HB pencil for the borderlines. And lastly, we have drawn the title block. Please remember, 140 millimeters by 40, divide it to 4 equal portions, and this is not limited. It's not limited. Depending on what you want to show really on the title block, you can maybe have even up to around 5 of them. Thank you for listening. We shall meet again in our next class.